Hi guys, my name is Michael. Welcome back. So in this video, I'd like to bring your attention to a couple of things. Today, we're going to be talking about Circle Internet Company. This is the issuer of the stablecoin USDC. And as you guys know, I've spoken about this company, a lot on my channel. And I've told you guys that this is one of those companies that you want to pay attention to in the crypto space. Now, why am I talking about Circle today? Well, tomorrow, the 4th of June, Circle is going to go live on the New York Stock Exchange. So what this means is that you will be able to buy the shares of this company, Circle. You'll be able to put that in your portfolio or your IRA or whatever it is you do, and all that. Remember, this is not financial advice anyway. But Circle is going to go live tomorrow, and you'll be able to buy the stock of this company. And so the question is that is Circle a good investment, and should you buy this company? Should you add this company to your stock portfolio? Now, I've been taking a look at a couple of things about this company and the crypto space in general. And as you guys know, I told you guys that, a couple of days back, Coinbase was added to the S&P 500. And I told you that to me, that was a stamp of approval that crypto is here to stay and is going to be a major player in global finance, right? So we're seeing the emergence of crypto, of stable coins. Everything is just all coming out. And so these companies that are like the forerunners in this sort of sector, right? In my opinion, these companies are like the Amazons in the days of the dot-com era. If you take a look at what has happened to Amazon, coming all the way from 1992 and all those years, right? Amazon has turned into something else. So what I believe is that these companies like Coinbase, companies like Circle, these companies are going to become the giants of tomorrow, right? They look small right now. They look, they look a little bit like a one product business right now, but in the future these are going to be the giants of the global financial space. So what we see, and I said this in one of my videos, that we are witnessing a regime change in global finance. So what you're seeing as Coinbase today, as Circle, right, these are going to be the giants of tomorrow. Now, should you buy Circle? Circle has been a hot topic, right, for the last couple of months. Everyone has been talking about USDC stablecoin. There's a bill currently in the US Congress, about to be passed. That bill is going to support, companies like Circle. Is going to be favorable to them. It's going to add some requirements to them. We're going to talk about that, but it's going to be favorable for companies like Circle. And everyone has been talking about Circle. So the question is, can Circle capitalize on this traction? Can they capitalize on this momentum, that they have right now? We know money is going to come in through the IPO, but what will Circle do with this money? What will they become, right? And that is what we need to look at as investors. What will this company be in the next 5 years? That is what I am thinking about, right? Most people will see Circle now. They will say, you know what, this is a one-trick pony. All this company has got is USDC, right? And we know that the stablecoin, business is a very fragile business, very, very fragile, sensitive to interest rate. If interest rate goes in the wrong direction, Circle as a company could easily go bankrupt. That is how risky that stablecoin business is, for Circle, right? So it's a very risky business. So when you're looking at Circle, from an investment point of view, the question is, what will this company be in the next 5 years? That is what I am thinking about. Like, what will Circle be? How will they take advantage of this momentum, traction, and the money, the liquidity that is coming in? What will they become? And when you look at the trajectory of Circle, in my own opinion, right, a lot of people might have a different opinion. I believe that they might be able to execute something here. When you think about what they are trying to do in the stablecoin space, using their expertise in the stablecoin market and the momentum, right? They are trying to create other products and services, right, that will sort of complement their core business, which is the stablecoin. Do you get? So Circle in the next 5 years might not be what you are seeing right now. Do you get? Most of these crypto companies are going to transform. Coinbase will be more than an exchange in the next 5 years. So is company. So will companies like Circle, right? So, and that is how we need to be looking at these companies. So let's talk about one of the products that Circle has been working on. So in April, Circle launched a product called CPN. which is a Circle Payments Network. And I talked about this I did a video about this. This product is, in my own opinion, if this product gains traction, it's going to be a big deal. And I talked about it in that video that this product is going to compete head to head with what Ripple is trying to offer, using XRP. As a matter of fact, it is because of situations like this, Ripple had to get a stablecoin, RLUSD. Remember, the stablecoin RLUSD was an afterthought for Ripple, right? It was not something that they planned from the beginning, if I can put it that way. It was something that they saw that will be needed, and so they went and established their own stablecoin because of threats from companies like Circle. That is why Ripple had to get their own stablecoin. And in that video, a lot of people were of a different opinion that no way, Circle cannot compete with Ripple, blah blah blah, and everything. But if you take a look at, if I go into this Google search, for instance, you can see here in this search, I searched directly for the key phrase, Circle Payments Network. And if you take a look at the result that came, the first result that came is an ad from Ripple. Fast, reliable, transparent payment, Ripple Labs. So what it means is that Ripple is actually targeting this keyword for their ads. I didn't search for cross-border payment. I didn't search for it. I searched directly for the product name of that Circle product. And Ripple came out at the top here as an ad, sponsored ad. So it means that they are targeting this particular keyword. And this just shows you that even Ripple understands that this Circle product is a direct competitor for that for their liquidity hub, or whatever they call that thing that they're trying to do there. So Circle is growing. Circle is going to create more products. They're going to create more services. So what we see as a one-trick pony today that only issues the stablecoin USDC is going to become something bigger tomorrow. One of the things also that we need to pay attention to is that the bill currently in the US Congress, I think there is a clause in there that will mandate companies or stablecoin issuers with a certain level of with a certain market cap to become depository companies, or to become depository firms or something like that. And that just basically means, them becoming some sort of a bank, if I can put it that way. So one of my core thesis for the future is that the banks will be disrupted, right? What we know as a bank today will be radically changed in the next 3 years. As a matter of fact, right, we are going to see banks trying to adapt to this change, to the changes that are on the way. Most banks will start offering wallets on the side. Remember, at the moment, banks offer things like bank accounts, right? Very soon, your bank will be giving you a bank account, and they'll also give you a wallet address as well, or a wallet side by side with it, because banks are going to try to catch up with these companies, because these crypto companies are sort of an existential threat to the banks, right? So banking as we know it today will be radically transformed in the next couple of years, right? What we know as accounts today will change to wallets. What we know as, there's so many things. Terms will change. A lot of terms will change. A lot of ways of doing things will change. Everything will move gradually to the way things are done in the crypto space, right? So, so many changes are on the horizon. So what we see as Circle today could be different from what we see as Circle tomorrow, if they can execute and capitalize on the momentum and traction that they are getting right now. So we're still talking about, is Circle a good investment? So like I said, they are creating products and services that will enhance their core business, right? That will enhance their core business. So meaning that this company is going to keep on growing, right? They're going to keep on growing. That is my own opinion for this company. Another thing that you will see is that a lot of hedge funds are piling into this IPO. Blackrock, we all know Blackrock, right? Blackrock is actually looking at buying up to 10% of this Circle company. They are looking at getting a 10% stake in the company. ARK Invest, so many hedge funds are piling into this company. And this is because most people know the role that Circle or USDC is going to play in global finance in the coming years. Now, we all know that America is currently on a very massive push to sort of capture the crypto and the stablecoin market. They see it as a national security issue, stablecoin, because remember, most stablecoin issuers today are all buying US treasuries. And I've talked about this in one of my videos in Luna when I was talking about Luna Classic, right? The US treasury is a very important, you know, thing to the United States, and stablecoins are the new buyers in town, right? Remember, the Chinese are not buying treasuries as they used to. The Japanese are not buying as they used to. So stablecoin companies are the new buyers in town for US treasuries. So the US has a keen interest in the stablecoin market. So what does that mean for Circle? Most American companies that are integrating with crypto and stablecoin and all these things, most of them will be using USDC. If you take a look at most of the companies that are talking about stablecoin integration, Stripe, MasterCard, Visa, they are all talking about USDC as the asset of settlement. So USDC, that market is going to continue to grow, right? It's going to continue to grow. As a matter of fact, some of the clauses in the bill in Congress are going to impact USDT data negatively. So what we're going to see is that in the coming years, USDC will gain or will take more share of the stablecoin market from USDT, and USDC will grow as the market grows. Remember, the stablecoin market is projected to be $5 trillion by 2030. So most of that growth will be captured by USDC. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are some of the things we need to take into consideration. So, like I said, this company, in my own opinion, what we're seeing from Circle right now is the version 1 of this company, right? In the next 3 years, as they continue to iterate and continue to release new products and services, right? This is going to be a growth company, in my own opinion. So, from my own point of view, I believe this is a company that should be, in any growth portfolio, right? As you can see, ARK Invest is piling into it. A lot of hedge funds are piling into it. This is a company that should be in any growth portfolio. But also, do not forget about the risk. Their core business, which is stablecoin, has a very huge risk on it. Remember, Jamie Dimon came out the other day and said the bond market can blow up at any time. And if the bond market blows up, right, that is going to affect a company like Circle, because their core business is based on US treasuries, right? And if those treasuries start to fluctuate, we all saw what happened to Silicon Valley Bank. That could easily happen to Circle, Signature Bank. Those banks, went under because of treasuries, US treasuries, right? So that could easily be Circle at any time. So it's a very risky play, but also there's also some opportunities in it as well. So, like I said, weigh your options. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. But I just believe that, all things being equal, the bond market not collapsing, Circle should be a good company in the next couple of years. And that is my own opinion. And I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. Remember, guys, if you like videos like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.